Did you know that there is a farm so gigantic that it exceeds the size of entire countries? Imagine a place where the immensity of the land is lost on the horizon, with herds that number hundreds of thousands of heads of cattle. Does it seem exaggerated? Because Anna Creek Farm in Australia not only exists, it is the largest farm in the world, surpassing territories such as Israel and Portugal. But how can a single rural enterprise be so great? What makes this property unique? Stay until the end, because today we're going to explore all the secrets of this impressive farm. Speak up, guys. I am Juninho Melo, and you are in Celebrity Farm, the channel that brings the most incredible stories from the rural world. If you love curiosities about Millionaire farms, subscribe to the channel and leave a like, because today's video is unmissable. Now, I want to see who really has a successful mindset. Comment now. I'm going to work hard so that one day I can buy a farm like Anna Creek and show that you are committed to winning in life. Let's go on this journey together. When we talk about giant farms, we immediately think of large areas of land and thousands of animals. But what if I told you that there is a property so colossal that it makes even some countries seem small? This is the Anna Creek Farm, located in Australia, and it has numbers that defy the imagination. To give you an idea, this farm covers around 23,677 square kilometers. This is greater than countries like Israel, Jamaica, and El Salvador. Compared to the traditional cattle ranches we know, Anna Creek is on a completely different level. While many rural properties have hundreds or even thousands of hectares, this farm has an extension equivalent to the entire state of Sergipe in Brazil. Now, you might be wondering, how is a farm this size managed? How did it come about? And why did it become the largest in the world? To understand this, we need to go back a little in history and explore the context of this region. Australia has always been known for its vast arid lands and one of the largest cattle herds on the planet. In the 19th century, when British colonists began to expand their territories, they realized that the interior of the country, known as the outback, was perfect for extensive cattle farming. It was in this scenario that the Anna Creek Farm began to take shape, growing over the years until it became the rural powerhouse it is today. But don't think that maintaining a place of this size is easy. With such a vast territory, the challenges are enormous. Logistics, animal feeding, water management, and even geographic isolation. The farmers of Anna Creek have to deal with all of this, as well as extreme weather and the presence of Australian wildlife such as kangaroos and dingoes. And if you think the number of employees is huge, you might be surprised. Contrary to what many imagine, the farm operates with a very small team, which uses advanced technology to monitor the herd and optimize work. But how is this possible? How does technology allow a farm this size to function without an army of workers? Managing a farm the size of a country is no easy task. The Anna Creek Farm not only challenges geographic limits, but also tests the human and technological capacity to manage a rural enterprise in extreme conditions. Contrary to what many imagine, this gigantic property is not operated by hundreds of employees. In fact, a small team, equipped with cutting-edge technology, can keep everything running efficiently. One of the keys to Anna Creek's success is technology. With the help of drones, GPS, remote monitoring sensors, and even satellites, administrators can monitor the herd, identify areas in need of maintenance, and even monitor water availability in remote regions of the farm. This drastically reduces the need for human travel to check every corner of the property. Furthermore, the farm makes use of aircraft for aerial monitoring and even for the movement of livestock. Trained pilots fly over the property and use techniques to direct the animals, making the work much faster and more efficient. And speaking of cattle, Anna Creek is home to tens of thousands of heads of the Santa Gertrudis breed, a strain developed specifically to withstand Australia's dry, hot climate. These cattle are resistant, adapted to low-quality pastures, and can travel long distances in search of food and water. Feeding the animals is another big challenge. As the farm is situated in an arid region, drinking fountains and food points are strategically distributed. Here comes another innovation. Sensors installed at these points automatically inform you when the reservoirs need to be refilled. Living and working in Anna Creek is not for everyone. Employees live in accommodation on the farm, isolated hundreds of kilometers from the nearest city. The extreme conditions of the Australian outback include scorching temperatures during the day, intense cold at night, and long periods of drought. Despite this, the farm's infrastructure offers basic comfort, including housing, food, and even communication via radio and satellite internet. But the pace of work is intense, requiring dedication and endurance from those who decide to take on this challenge. Now that you understand how the farm operates on a daily basis, in the next block we will explore the most impressive facts about Anna Creek, including historical events and extreme challenges that marked its trajectory. The Anna Creek Farm. It's not just a gigantic property. It carries a rich history and faces challenges that few farms in the world experience. Now, let's explore some curious facts and remarkable events that make this farm even more impressive. Currently, the farm is owned by the company S. Kidman & Co., one of Australia's largest agricultural companies, founded by legendary businessman Sidney Kidman. Known as the Cattle King, Kidman built a rural empire by acquiring strategic land for raising cattle. Today, his company manages several gigantic farms, but none surpasses Anna Creek in size and importance. Life in Anna Creek is far from peaceful. Australia is one of the driest countries in the world, and periods of extreme dry are common. In these critical periods, farmers need to transport water from more distant points, and sometimes even sell part of their livestock to avoid losses. Another major challenge is the natural predators. In the region, disappeared Australian wild dogs can attack calves, causing significant damage. To minimize these attacks, many areas of the farm are surrounded by a structure known as a dingo fence, one of the largest fences in the world, stretching more than 5,600 kilometers across the Australian interior. And we can't forget about isolation. For any medical emergency, farm workers depend on the Royal Flying Doctor Service, an air response service that provides assistance to people in remote areas of the country. Over the years, Anna Creek has experienced moments of glory as well as hardship. During the livestock boom in the 20th century, the farm reached production records and was one of Australia's main beef export hubs. However, economic crises, severe droughts, and market changes have forced landowners to constantly adapt. Even with all these difficulties, Anna Creek continues to be an example of resilience and innovation in agribusiness. With advanced technology and efficient management strategies, the farm remains firmly established as the largest in the world. But after all, what can we learn from this farm? How can your story and management model inspire people who dream of growing and having a successful business? The Anna Creek Farm. It is much more than just the largest farm in the world in terms of land area. Its history, its challenges, and its innovation show that, with strategic vision, technology, and persistence, it is possible to transform any idea into a great empire. But what can we learn from this? Long-term vision. From the beginning, the founders and administrators of Anna Creek understood that success in agribusiness does not happen overnight. The farm grew over decades, with strategic decisions that guaranteed its continuity, adaptation to the environment. The Australian outback region is challenging, with severe droughts and extreme isolation. Even so, Anna Creek found ways to overcome difficulties, whether by investing in technology or optimizing the breeding of Santa Gertrudis cattle. Intelligent use of technology. Without innovation, it would be impossible to manage an area larger than Israel with a reduced team. The use of drones, satellites, sensors, and remote monitoring. It was essential to make work more efficient and productive. Resistance in the face of difficulties. From predator attacks to economic and environmental crises, the farm faced countless adversities. However, its ability to reinvent itself has guaranteed its position as a reference in the agricultural sector. This farm's story doesn't just impact Australia. It inspires farmers, entrepreneurs, and dreamers around the world. If a rural enterprise has managed to prosper in one of the most challenging places on the planet, this proves that with hard work, planning, and innovation, any goal can be achieved. And you? What lesson from this story impacted you the most? Will we one day see even bigger farms popping up around the world? Comment your opinion, because your participation is very important. Anna Creek Farm. It is proof that greatness is not just in size but also in vision, innovation, and the ability to overcome challenges. A property larger than many countries, managed with intelligence and technology, which continues to be an example of success in global agribusiness. If you've made it this far, congratulations. This shows that you are a determined and focused person. Comment now, I made it to the end, I'm persistent, I'm going to win in life, to show that you have the mentality of someone who doesn't give up. And if you liked this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel Celebrity Farm for more incredible content about the rural world. Now, don't leave the video just yet. Here on the screen, there are 2 videos that I selected especially for you. Choose one and continue your journey of knowledge.